Good morning from the beautiful Prague. We have had some breakfast. We are now at the astronomical clock to see what this is all about before we embark on a bit of an adventurous day. We haven't got anything planned as such. We're just going to take it in our stride and see where we end up. And we are starting at the gorgeous astronomical clock. This is also known as the horloge. It is a medieval clock which is located on the old town hall. This was actually installed in 1410 and is one of the oldest astronomical clocks still in operation. It's got a huge variety of moving parts, including the rotating zodiac wheel. It's got an hourly procession, which is what lots of people come down here for. And on this day, there was a lovely couple getting married. And we got to be in their wedding picture. You probably can't see us, mind.
Where is the reception? Kiss, kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. No. Oh, yeah. That's quiet.
Brilliant. So what I've since found out is around the outer edges, you've got all the saints' names or lots of saints' names for every day of the year. And on March the 1st is St. David for Wales. How amazing is that?
Welcome to Prague! Why are you too slow? Welcome guys to Prague! Why are you too slow?
We've just seen the astronomical clock. It has been a very interesting morning so far. So I've taken a bit of a tumble. I went to walk down 2 steps and fell down the 2 steps, hit my ankle, hurt my leg, but I'm fine, I'm walking. And we have now come to see the astronomical clock, like I just said. We're in the square, we're just going to have a wander, see what else we can do today, because I think it's quite an easy city to get around. So for now, that is what we're going to do. Have a little look at all this, because look at the architecture is absolutely amazing. So we're going to take all that in, have a little look around here, and then move on to the next place. But we might be doing a tour, so I will keep you updated. The size of them.
You don't even know just looking
I
at
know.
because it's I know.
Well, it appears Jeff and Matt have found themselves a little tour to follow, so we're trying to look inconspicuous while we join them.
Yeah. Wow.
So I've joined the tour now as well, and it's really good. I think we've got a tip at the end, but it's free, so we've just joined in. So years ago, businesses would advertise using the front of their properties, and this is what is left over from that time, and it's still intact. We're just plodding on, having joined in with this walking tour, which is really interesting. So we've just learned about Franz Kafka, and now we're heading to the next stop. I'm not sure how long it is, but he's recommended that instead of staying in Prague 1, we go to 2 and 3, just to experience the sort of more authentic Czech food, prices, things like that.
Their boutiques here, and yeah, anyone in the Czech Republic, if you ask them about.
So this is the place to come if you want to come to the expensive part and do the designer shopping and that kind of thing. However, we're going to go to 2 and 3, which was recommended to us by the tour guide, and we're going to see, like, compare the 2 areas, or the 3 areas, depends on how many we get to. So apparently you can tell from the posh cars in the area, this is the posh area, and they had a whole slum clear out years ago, and they raised the levels of this street and rebuilt it, but we're going down now to what was the old street, and I'm going to show you and take you with me. So interesting. And that is the oldest building, or one of the oldest buildings here. One of the darkest chapters in the history of the Jewish quarter came during World War II and the Holocaust, and Nazi occupation of Czechoslovakia led to the mass deportation of Prague's Jewish population to concentration camps. Many of the synagogues and cemeteries and other Jewish landmarks were destroyed, but surprisingly, Yosefov was largely preserved because of plans to turn it into a museum of extinct race by the Nazis. So this is the town hall, and it has 2 clocks. One of them runs the right way, and the one on the side here runs backwards because it's Hebrew. This is the Jewish quarter, and now we're going to head towards the cemetery. Well, that was very interesting. So apparently years ago they didn't have enough space to bury everybody, so the cemetery that you see just on the upper level here is a bit congested because they just used to put a layer of earth, bury more people, layers of earth, bury more people, and then just label their names on the gravestones. What I didn't say was, for over 200 years nobody has been buried inside the city, because apparently that was made illegal. Or just not allowed, maybe not illegal, but not allowed. So I guess it is illegal. Oh, we've made it down to the riverfront, and how lovely it is. Almost at the end, and we're talking about doing another free tour because it's been so good. So if you are coming to Prague, I would highly recommend. I think you do need to sign in, but we've got the thing to do the next ones now, but we didn't sign up. We just kind of joined the group when they were in the square earlier. Whether we were supposed to, I don't know, but we did, and they haven't said anything. He's been lovely, the tour guide. We had Tony, who's been brilliant and lived here for 10 years, and he's British, so it's been absolutely perfect. And I said, rather than us doing it ourselves, we would have been looking on the map and trying to find our way around things and to get there to the next place. So this was so much better, and I would highly recommend it. Ending this amazing walking tour at the Rudolfinum, which is an historic concert hall and gallery located in Prague, situated on the bank of the Vltava River. This was completed in 1884, and it was designed in the neo-Renaissance style, and it's one of the city's most important cultural landmarks, and it's actually home to the Czech Philharmonic Orchestra. And that over there is Charles Bridge, the one we went to last night. And here we are back on Charles Bridge again, walking over to the Leicester town to start our next tour, which is mostly embassies at the moment. And there are many embassies located here, particularly because of the proximity to Prague Castle, which is where we are going to end up on this tour. So it is quite a diplomatic hub. And what you will notice, especially here, is that lots of the businesses or buildings still feature ceramic tiles with intricate designs showing the symbols of the businesses from past history of them. So, for example, you'd have bakery motifs, butcher's symbols, and these tiles were often created to help people recognise what businesses they were before widespread literacy. How good is that? I mean, this could possibly be a universal thing. It's just not something I've ever noticed or been told before. During the communist era of the former Czechoslovakia, now Czechia or Czech Republic, from 1948 to 1989, lots of properties, including homes and businesses, and this house you see there, they were seized by the state. And then after the Velvet Revolution in 1989, the government initiated a restitution process to return them to the original owners or descendants. However, the process was so complex and slow, with lots of legal challenges, some of them are still going on today, and compensation was offered, but still happening right now, and people are still fighting for it. Well, we couldn't have timed that better if we tried. We arrived just in time for the changing of the guard. Now, this is a popular ceremonial event, and it takes place every hour on the hour. And then at midday, every day, there's a larger, more formal ceremony. And this tradition goes back to 1923, and it just involves the Guard of Honour replacing the previous guard at the main entrance, near the Bohemian crown jewels and the cathedral. So there we are. Now, the changing of the guard is one of Prague's most popular attractions because it gives visitors a glimpse into Czech military traditions and offers an impressive display of ceremony. Well, we've made it to the castle. Fascinating. I'm stood here now, and this is the cathedral. How beautiful is that? We walked around the back of the cathedral, which was a lot less crowded, but even the back of it is very impressive as well. And then you've got the back end of the castle on the other side. We are in the castle grounds. The cathedral has been built all in different stages, the final part being built and finished in 1929, which was 1,000 years after the arm arrived in Bohemia. So fascinating. You know I love my history. The myth says that during the Middle Ages, a royal noble figure, either a saint or a king, lost their arm in battle, and then over time the severed arm became a symbol of power. So I don't think it was an actual physical arm. This is the famous narrow street called Golden Lane. Now, if we had come here before 4 p.m, we would have had to pay, but we're here after and it's free. So that's a little tip for you. It is just historic parts to the castle. This dates back to the 16th century and is named after the goldsmiths who once lived and worked there. However, there's no evidence they ever actually worked with gold. I'm just sat in the courtyard of the castle, waiting for them to come out because we're going to go find a Filipino restaurant for our food tonight. I don't know why I'm whispering, probably because there's so many people around. I need to stop that, don't I? But no, it's been a lovely day. We've had the free tours. We just give a little tip at the end. Day 2 in a Czech restaurant. We can speak Czech. Chef's love, they've moved us because they said the table we were on is too small, so there's a lot of food. Just forgot his drink. We're sat here The lady was very good. We had to try and communicate via writing things down, but we think God knows what we wanted. Because we were sat at a table for 4 people or 5 people, and she moved us and said, too small. So I don't know what we've ordered altogether, because she moved us to a bigger table. We haven't eaten since breakfast, because we went to, oh dear God, oh my God. Look at that. What is that?
Meat.
I think we ordered a lot of food. Anyway, what I was saying was we haven't eaten since breakfast because we went in to have a snack and Jeff's burger never arrived. So luckily, I think this is a lot of food, but we're going to be fine. We're going to eat it and I'll see you later. Jeff went for the pork knuckle. There were some chips for all of us to share. They brought some nuts out for everybody just for the table. There was bread also. I had the goulash for my meal because I loved yesterday's. Matt and Tess had some spaghetti and some ribs, and there was definitely a lot of food. It's chimney cake time.
Are you going to have it what?
We're not going to get one each.
Why?
What were you going to have it then?
I got my first chimney cake, which is Vanilla Dream with a strawberry on top.
Come on, Minnie.
Oh my days, nicest thing ever. Well, maybe not ever, but it's gorgeous. It's got strawberries in. Does that mean it's healthy?